Johnson. You probably have seen her in the newspapers and on television. And she's with the Freedmen's Town Coalition. And also, we have someone else who's with us, and if you can tell us your name.
Oh, Sally Wickers.
Miss Sally Wickers is with us, and we're going to have a roundtable discussion about some of the issues that's going on now in Freeman's Town. Welcome to Pan African Journal.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Miss Ellis, I got a chance to see you at NBUF last week. Kofi Taharker, the national chair of NBUF, was on this program with a call to action, letting the community know, yet again, Fourth Ward is in the headlines. This time it's about preserving the legacy of that community. Can you tell us exactly what the Preservation Coalition is about and how did you become involved in it?
How did I become involved? What is it about? It is about preserving the heritage that were placed by African Americans right after enslavement had ended, and they needed to find a place to go, and they settled on the banks of the Buffalo Bayou and decided to make Fourth Ward, Freedmen's Town, their home. And they built a home based on everything that they needed. They knew they could create it for themselves. And we are discussing saving the last vestiges of their mark on our city with the brick streets. And that is crucial and important to us because we must have the history preserved. And the Freedmen's Town Coalition, Preservation Coalition, is a group of organizations who have been working there for the last 50 years or so. But the coalition formed just a month ago to ensure that the last effort of this important historical piece is preserved. And that's what we're about today. Yes, we are calling for citizens to come to City Hall at 1:30, wear your white or black top, and show your support for the preservation of the bricks. And also, if you choose to speak, you would just need to call City Hall on Monday, dial 311, and tell them that you want to talk about why the bricks should be saved. We are the proponent of best available technology that is called microtunneling. And we want it to happen under the street, under the sidewalks, not the streets, under the sidewalk. Why do we want it to happen under the sidewalk? Because when infrastructure is placed in the street, it will destroy the bricks. It will destroy the historical value. The preservation effort would not be made. If it's under the sidewalk, as we all know that pipes will break, when they go back in to repair those pipes, you won't tear up the streets again. So we are trying to get the city to understand the best way to preserve is to not destroy. And we want the city also to know that it is critical that they follow the National Historic Preservation Act of 1966, revised 1992, such that those bricks are traditional cultural property, and we want that property preserved, and it's the city's responsibility to make sure that happens. The national all of our laws that starts at the federal level, they are implemented at the local level. And the way the legislation was written, it has a state requirement, and the state requirement moves down to a city requirement. And our bodies that's supposed to look at it would be the planning department. We have a public works department, and we also have the mayor has a special liaison that works on historical issues for the city. And all of those three bodies must ensure that that federal act is abided by. Should it not be, federal monies that come into the city can be in jeopardy. And of course, nobody wants that to happen. So the Freedmen's Town Preservation Coalition is trying its best to ensure that the city, our elected officials, understand what the law is so that it will not put the total city at risk because the laws were not abided by.
Okay, my name is Sally Wickers. Within the coalition, we have several nonprofit groups, and I'm with the Coalition of Pastoral Leaders in Fourth Ward, Freedmanstown. I serve as the executive director. And I was born and raised in Fourth Ward, so that's my vested interest.
And Sally, go on and tell them about the other groups who are part of the coalition.
Okay, we have within the coalition, we have the Freedmanstown Association, the Rutherford B.H. Yates Museum, Friends of the African American Library at the Gregory School, Fellowship Church, First Unitarian Universalist Church, Social Justice of Volunteers of Houston, and the Houston Sun Press. We have a phone number they could call, 281-932-3836. Our email address is freedmenstownpreservationcoalit@gmail.com. Freedmen, MENSTOWNPRESERVATIONCOALIT They can follow us on Twitter at Freedman Towns, and Facebook is Freedmanstown Preservation Coalition.
Tuesday at City Hall. We need them at City Hall on Tuesday at
Around
1:30.
1:30. Yes.
1:30. Well, we want them to come and be present, to stand with us, to sit with us. If they choose to make personal statements about why they think it is important to save the bricks, or to save any of the remaining 30 structures there in Freedmanstown that are historic. It, the city council should hear from the people, and because the government is supposed to be by the people and for the people must stand and make sure the government works for us. And the government did not work for the people of this city, state, and this country on June 11th when they passed the ordinance. I'm sorry, passed the legislation to destroy those bricks. That was not working in the best interest of our people. And we are asking the people to stand and let the elected officials know that, because all of them voted to destroy those bricks, to destroy that heritage. And those individuals who had worked to establish Freedmanstown, I don't think they would expect their descendants to do such a thing. And so we're just trying to make sure that the mayor and the city council will rescind that action, and we're calling on the mayor to put the action back on the agenda. This is a strong mayoral system, so we're asking the mayor to act, and then we're asking the city council to vote to rescind and start over, and use micro tunneling and the ability to save those bricks. Correct. Correct. Correct.
Pay for the bricks.
Correct. Correct. They Right, and that
Right.
goes to show the drive of those individuals. They're very serious about preserving, building their community. And they did what was necessary, and they left that legacy for us. And we must be strong enough men or women to make sure it's left for other generations. You know, the UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, it states that heritage is our legacy from the past, what we live with today, and what we pass on to future generations. Our culture and our national heritage are both irreplaceable sources of life and inspiration. And we must strive, we must work to meet the challenge to leave that heritage for the next generation.
Okay. Also, we like to interject that on August the 11th, we will be having a town hall meeting at 118 West Gray Street, Mount Horeb Baptist Church at 7 o'clock p.m. So we want to invite the community to come out and join us. And we're really reaching out to other preservation groups to stand with us, because if it's happening in Freedmanstown, it can happen anywhere else in Houston. The phone number is 281-932-3836. Again, 281-932-3836. Our email address is freedmanstownpreservationcoalit@gmail.com, and all of those letters are together. Follow us on Twitter at Freedmanstown Preservation. No, I'm sorry, just Freedmanstown at Freedmanstown on Twitter, and Facebook is Freedmanstown Preservation Coalition. Mm-hmm.
It's not just about the bricks. The bricks is the iconic piece. If we can save the bricks, we believe that we can do some other things that this group has been working on for a very long time. The brick piece is the last little notable piece. You know, we only have a 7/10 of a mile left, and if that's gone, we do not have the icon there for people to come and see. But the when before gentrification began, we had over 500 homes in that area. Now there are 30. So as you drive through, it's unidentifiable to many, and that's why the UNESCO says that it is an irreplaceable piece. So once you let it all go, you can't get it back, or it's very difficult to get it back. And my research tells me that once an area is gentrified, it takes another 100 years before it rolls again, and that's what's going on here. So we want the city to follow the 106 review process of that National Historic Preservation Act. And the city members, our citizens, must understand more about what the laws are that's supposed to protect us. But if we don't know them, we are not protected. In this case, we are alleging that these laws under the 106 review were not abided by. Now, whether there was lack of knowledge, lack of an initiative, we don't know. But our goal is to help educate them, to let them know that this is serious, and we aren't going to sit idly by and just let you railroad us and take us down whatever alley you choose. It is a historical. It's on the historical books. I mean, that it's already there. Gladys House had worked on that and got that accomplished back in 1984. So it's been there. But if the bricks are gone, that's gone. It's over.
It's gone.
They adopted it on June 11, and that's a problem for us. Exactly. I'm Doris Ellis.
And I'm Sally Wickers.
Well, we need the support of the city. We need the city to be the city. And we need all citizens to come forward because this is America's history. And we are trying to help create a historical district so that persons will travel to our city as a destination to look at what we've done in the past.
Thank you.